The North Hollywood shootout took place in the early hours of February the 28th, 1997 in Los Angeles, California. In less than an hour, what was supposed to be a simple bank robbery became one of the largest gunfights in law enforcement history. One of the most interesting details of the entire case is that nearly the entire shootout was caught on camera. Today we're going to talk about the Branch Davidian cult of Waco, Texas, the 51-day standoff between them and federal authorities, and the conspiracy of what really happened. This was the largest Bank of America location in North Hollywood, so they assumed it would have the largest takeaway. This location had a parking lot to the north and south, with a neighborhood bordering it on the east and a shopping mall bordering it to the west. While this did mean there was a higher chance to be seen as it was a high traffic area, it also meant that there were several escape routes. The raid began on the morning of February the 28th, 1993. A local reporter had been tipped off that the raid was about to take place. So while driving towards the area, he pulled over and asked a postman if he knew how to get to the Branch Davidian compound because a big ATF raid was about to go down. Unbeknownst to that reporter, the postman that he just asked was David Koresh's brother-in-law, another Branch Davidian. So Koresh's brother-in-law hops in his car, speeds to the compound, and warns everyone that a raid's about to happen. At about 9:45, the agents roll up in covered trailers and begin to surround the front door of the premises. Koresh comes outside with his arms up and tells them to stop because there's women and kids in there. The pair would bring with them 3 Norinco Type 56 rifles, or in other words, Chinese AK-47s, a Bushmaster XM15 dissipator, which is essentially a Sporter M16 with a shortened barrel, an HK-91 or civilian G3, and a Beretta 92 FS. Larry kept shooting and telling everyone to get down, while Emil ran to the teller door, shot the lock off, and then grabbed the assistant manager. Yelling back and forward, someone fires a shot. Now initially it was declared by all of the agents that one of the Davidians shot first. However, later reports would recant this. While all of this is happening inside, on the outside, police are taking up defensive positions around the front door of the bank. This shooting continued at a high rate for 45 minutes, and only then slowed down because the agents started to run out of ammo. Even then, the gunfight itself continued, with the agents occasionally firing rounds for 2 hours. that at least 11 shots made contact with Larry's skin, and probably way more hit his armor, and Emil had 29 bullet wounds in his legs. Again, more shots definitely hitting his armor. These numbers are going off of the coroner's report, which is why we don't have exact numbers for how tore up the armor was. The building burnt fast, and it burnt all the way to the ground. The bodies that were found were nearly unrecognizable. From the positions that the bodies were located, it seemed the majority of the men had died trying to free the women and children from the trapped bunker. David Koresh was found shot, supposedly by his assistant Steve Schneider, who then took his own life.
I need to take a video. No, you're good.
Showing up, and as you can see, they are opening fire right now.
Miraculously, no police or civilians were killed.
75 people died that day at Mount Carmel. 5 children and 12 adults, including David Koresh, were shot dead by fellow Davidians.